Howdy, and again, welcome to TCMG 402, Instructional Technology and Design. I wanted to take a few minutes to go over the syllabus with you. Since this is a summer course, we're going to complete the course in 10 weeks as opposed to 15, so it's going to move kind of fast, so make sure you don't get behind. Make sure you do all the activities required for each week. So here's my information. Since it's summer, I won't be in my office on a regular basis, but if you do need to meet me, I can be there, or we can meet on Skype or Google Hangouts. You can meet me in Second Life. All my information is here. The best way to get a hold of me is by email, and I'll be monitoring that continuously, so I should be able to get back to you fairly shortly. So the course is Instructional Technology and Design. So the idea of the course is to give you an idea of what organizations do when they design and deploy training programs. And in this course, we're actually going to use some software used by organizations to do that. The prerequisite is 371. You have to be a junior or senior. So at the end of the course, the outcomes that I see happening are that you should be able to demonstrate a working knowledge of instructional systems development. We're going to talk about instructional design from a systems perspective. We're going to apply theories of learning and teaching to design. We're going to look at needs analysis. And I know you've looked at that in other courses. We're going to kind of do that in a more detailed fashion here by identifying context, learning tasks, and the learner as part of our needs assessment. We're going to identify course goals and create measurable learning objectives. We're going to create assessment instruments for a learning project based on these outcomes. You'll design an instructional strategy to meet the objectives. You'll describe the purpose of a learning management system in SCORM. Learning management system is like eCampus. It's what an organization would use to deploy an e-learning module. And SCORM is what makes it kind of the language behind the scenes that makes everything sort of come together and be compatible. We're going to actually use a learning management system to construct and deploy a module for an online course. That's the hands-on part. We're going to create media-rich content and multimedia. We're going to be using tools like Camtasia and Captivate. You may want to use Photoshop and some other multimedia packages. And lastly, we're going to collaborate with a team. We're going to be in teams, and we're going to work together to discuss and evaluate these issues. Okay. So the textbook required is the Dick and Carey book on systematic design of instruction. It's a loose leaf book, so you'll need a notebook to put that in to keep your pages together. Something new that we just got from the College of Education I'm really excited about is lynda.com. And this is free now to us, the College of Education, sponsoring this. And what this is a website where you can go and do all kinds of training. There are like thousands of different training courses, ranging anywhere from just a quickie course to a full, 10 module sort of course. And we're going to use this when we learn Captivate and Camtasia and possibly some other things. I'm kind of looking at it myself, but I encourage you to go in there and look around. There might be some things you're interested in. You can also use it after this class is over. If you need to know something, you can come back to this. Since this is an online class, you'll need to have reliable access to the internet. We're going to do a lot of watching videos and PowerPoints, and we're going to be working with this project and uploading files and things like that. We're going to use different software packages, so you need a pretty decent computer to do this. We're going to be using Adobe Captivate, which is an e-learning authoring tool, and you can get a 30-day free trial subscription to it, but you need a pretty good computer to deploy all that. Everything's going to be on eCampus. We are going to be meeting synchronously with groups. I encourage you to do this virtually, especially being summer. We're probably not all in one place. So I encourage you to use, Blackboard or eCampus has Collaborate, but I encourage you to use more like Skype or Google Hangouts, because this is an important part of learning the technology that organizations are using. Organizations are doing more and more meetings on a virtual basis. So I think it's great that we can learn that. The structure of the class is we're going to have lectures, discussions, videos, activities, etc. It's going to be very hands-on. You're going to be doing things all the time. It's why you can't just wait until Sunday to do this work. You need to be on top of it all week long, especially in this short semester that we have. So please don't get behind. Here's what the grading's based upon. I use points, so general participation is 200 points. We have some quizzes, we have group activities and discussion. We're going to be creating a course site with a video. We're going to develop assessment instruments, instructional strategy. We're going to use Captivate to develop a unit, and we're going to complete formative evaluations. And then lastly, you'll have a final reflection. So there are 2,000 total points in the course. You can see here what you need, for an A, a B, etc. Your final grade is based upon total points. Okay, so general participation is 10% of your grade, of which half will be based upon what your group says about you, and the other half based upon my perception of how you've participated during the semester. So you need to be engaged and involved. Okay. There'll be 7 quizzes worth 20 points. Okay. We'll have group activities and discussions. There are 7 of those worth 50 points each. This is where you'll be meeting your group in Skype or Google Hangouts. We're going to be setting up a course site on a Blackboard sort of learning management system. You're going to do an intro video as an instructor. You'll develop assessment instruments from objectives that will be kind of laid out for you, and then instructional strategy, and then we'll develop the unit. So how this is going to work is I've developed a case study based upon something you're all very familiar with. So what we'll do, each week we'll go through the case study, and I'll ask you some questions about it. When we get to the part where we're doing the assessment instruments, you'll be doing that part, and then developing a learning unit based off all the work we've done. This will all make more sense to you as you go through week by week. Here's the Americans with Disabilities statement. If you need accommodation, please see this website or call them. Academic integrity, I expect you all to follow the Aggie Honor Code. Obviously, you're all upperclassmen, so you're familiar with that. And here's the tentative schedule, kind of how I see it happening as we go through the summer. We may need to adjust this depending upon how things go. I'm doing the class differently than I have the last couple semesters, so I'll kind of be learning a little bit as we go along. Everything is normally due on Sunday night unless I tell you otherwise, Sunday at 11:59 p.m. But please don't wait until then to do these things, or you'll get very behind and the outcome won't be good. You'll be frustrated, and what you're turning in will not be a quality product. That's not what we want. Lastly, I just want to say that I think the class is important. I think it's interesting. I think that if you master the concepts in this class, especially in how to work with Adobe Captivate, that will make you very competitive with employers. I think it gives you a great idea as far as how organizations are actually developing and deploying e-learning to their employees. And plus we get to work with technology, and do some creative things, so that's always fun. So with that, If you ever have any questions, please let me know. If there is a problem or issue, please let me know. And, we'll talk and see what we can do. Otherwise, I look forward to getting to know everybody this semester, and I hope we have a fun summer together. Thank you.